there's a serious one going on right now, or it happened already, but that's Roe v. Wade. How do you ladies feel about that?
I fear for other women.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. We're getting our rights literally taken away right from under us. And I think it's sad because so many women get like raped or any like
or
situation.
Just not ready.
Or
to bring a
like
kid
you're just
to the
not ready
world,
to bring a kid in this world because it is so expensive. And now it's like, oh, you don't even have a choice of what you want to do. And a lot of women I saw like on Instagram and stuff that they don't even find out, because here in Arizona, the law is after 15 weeks you can't abort a baby. So not a lot of women find out until after their 15 weeks. So when you finally want to make the decision if you want to keep the baby or not, you can't. It's too late already.
It's scary.
Yeah, it is. And I was seeing like also like for little girls, like God forbid like if they get raped or anything, a lot of little girls get their period at literally 9. By the age of 9. And if they get raped
and pregnant
and after literally 15 weeks they can't abort a child, like it's super scary. And I also think that once, like I know you guys mentioned it off camera, that they're going to take birth control away. They're going to see it as a
control, like
not like a control, like but something that's like stopping, like a form of abortion. Like, oh, you're doing this, like, so you're trying to like kill a baby or whatever.
That's stupid.
So yeah.
It's like we're going back in time when women had no rights.
Or women had no rights.
When women didn't have rights.
19.
I think you need to definitely specify on what rights you're talking about.
Well, all rights.
We got Roe v. Wade. Like, when did we get that right?
70s, yeah, I was going to say, I would say 70s is the 70s. Soonest women. Yeah.
Carlos.
Oh, Carlos.
It's like The Handmaid's Tale. Have you guys ever seen that show?
No.
Amanda, have you seen The Handmaid's Tale?
I read the book.
You read the book? Yeah. It's kind of like that's like the situation of The Handmaid's Tale. So in The Handmaid's Tale, these women are used literally as objects. So they're just there to serve men and birth babies and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's like I feel like the men, even the women that agreed on this, they're seeing women as objects. And that's my other thing. The woman that agreed to saying, yeah, like, let's take women's rights away. Let's take away the abortion.
What the fuck?
What the fuck was she thinking? Like, as a woman, like, you don't have to agree, but as a woman, wouldn't you at least want to have that choice of being like, okay, I'm not ready to be a parent, or I can't afford to be a parent, or this situation happened to me, I don't want to be a parent, to at least have that choice to be like, no, I'm going to abort the child. Like, now you can't even do that. So...
Yeah, and as I think as a dad or as a guy, as us guys potentially maybe having, a daughter in the future, it's low-key scary in a way, just because, I don't know. At the same time, like, I want a daughter, but at the same time I don't, because the world we live in, it's so fucked up towards women. And yeah, it's just a scary ass situation what you guys are going through, or what women in the United States are going through right now.
Yes, women, we're with you. This it literally sucks.
Peace and love.
Literally, peace and love. Women supporting women.
And what I think is more terrifying also is that since abortion is becoming illegal in states, abortions are going to happen, legal or illegal, it's still going to happen. And what's scary about that is that the abortions done legally are going to be unsanitary, dangerous too. Women can die. I mean, look, before abortion was legal, women have died. There's been like strange, crazy ways how abortions have been done, and women have been in pain and died because of it. And that's why I don't know how to go from here.
Yeah, like, just because they're stopping, like, they took away the right of aborting a child, I feel like it's just going to make it so people still find a way, and it's going to be unsafe, and it's going to kill women. And like, I feel like that's not what they were like. They're just focusing on like, oh, let's take this away. It's more of a power thing, and like, let's control the women rather than, okay, like, this is like what's right for women. This is what's needed for them, what's necessary. It's more of like, let's have control over women once again.
And go ahead.
I was gonna ask, does anyone know like what happens here in Arizona if it's like a medically, like it's needed? Do you know, Amanda? Like, an abortion is needed?
I'm gonna add something, but
no, go ahead.
Fact check me. I saw that it was, according to Doug Ducey, after 15 weeks you can't have it. An excuse is not being raped, or it's not being incest. None of that's an excuse. You pretty much can only have an abortion if it's a life death situation for the woman. That's the only reason you can have one.
What the fuck?
So if it's a life death situation for a woman, then that's the only reason, and it's like, okay, you can have an abortion. But if it's rape, if it's incest, if you're not just like, if it's you're just not ready, like that's not an excuse. And they're also now just like, it's not just against the women, they're fining doctors
Oh yeah, I saw that.
like so
up to
much
10
money.
years in prison.
Yeah, up to
I
10
saw.
years in
Holy
prison, and
shit,
they're
I
like
didn't know that.
fining like the hospital or like
crazy.
doctors, I'm not too sure, if they like help or like commit the abortion.
Yeah.
Wow, but if I'm not mistaken, you could go to other states.
Yeah, you can go
California, New York.
but even
I
that,
don't
it's
know where
like,
else.
imagine all the states, right?
Yeah.
But that's another expense. Like, wouldn't you just rather
Yeah.
have that right in your own state? Like, God forbid something happens to me and I need an abortion. Like, I literally need to travel just to have a right that I already should be having in this state.
Yeah. I heard the Dick's Sporting Goods store is paying their, well, I don't know, check me please, that they're paying their workers like
Yeah, I heard that too.
yeah,
Like travel expenses?
travel
Yeah.
expenses for an
I think it
abortion.
was Dick's. Who else? Was
There's
it
a,
Nike?
There's a
I
lot,
think Disney.
actually.
Yeah.
Netflix is one of them.
Is one of
Yeah.
them.
Which shout out because
Shout out to the family.
Starbucks.
yeah. Oh, Starbucks too.
Oh shit,
That's good.
we love Starbucks.
We support Starbucks, but yeah, it's sad because literally it's like, even us, we have like little cousins and everything. Just to have to think about that, they're growing up, literally like they're growing up, and they're not gonna have no rights to their body and all that stuff. You want to say something, Troy?
No, you guys go ahead
Oh,
and
okay.
talk about it.
Well, for me, I think this is also a sad day in America. Well, first, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm American. But I think this is sad because
Thank you for letting us know.
But this is sad because I think America is hyped up and built around the facts that we're free, we can do what we want, we're able to do what we want. And after Roe versus Wade was overturned, especially for women, I think it was sad because it doesn't allow them to be free, it doesn't allow them to have a choice over the body, especially that America is really built around the idea they're able to do what we want to do.
We live in America where we're supposed to have what, like free life, liberty, happiness, all that.
Life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness.
It's
and
bullshit.
If a woman is not ready to have a baby, they should not have that baby. And you guys are talking about, oh, that baby deserves to live, but what if that baby won't have a good life? I mean, there's going to be mothers who won't be able to provide the life that that baby deserves.
Yeah. And a lot of people say like, oh, sorry, go ahead.
For example, like, those mothers won't be able to give that food. I mean, give that baby, the nutrients or love it needs to give. I mean, right now, look, there's many stories of women not being able to provide for their children. I mean, you hear the stories about mothers having to work 2 or 3 jobs because they can't provide for the baby.
Yeah. Or even some say like, oh, give them up for adoption or foster care. But there's like, I saw a tweet where it's like 400,000 children or even more. 500,000 in America are in foster care. How many of those children literally age out of foster care where they have to fend for themselves, where they have to figure out how they're going to live? Like now it's just like, oh, okay, don't abort a child, but you're going to let them suffer after a while. Where a woman could have had that right in the beginning.
Yeah.
To be like, okay, I'm not ready to be a mom. I can't afford to be a mom. Can't afford to have a child right now. Have that right. But no. I got that right taken away from me.
So
Which
with
is
that
sad.
being said, how do you guys feel about the Supreme Court being the one that made that decision? It was 6-3, 3 women, right? One, Amy Coney Barrett made the decision as well. And then the other guys that made the decision, I think one is supposedly he sexually assaulted somebody.
Yeah, it was 5 guys, 1
Yeah,
girl.
5 guys, 1 girl. And I know one of them was actually at one point under investigation for sexually assaulting somebody.
I think 3.
Three of them?
So
I
two
think
of them.
that-
I
I
heard
think
2 of
two
them
of
for
them.
sure.
No, I'm saying like that one guy got accused by 3 women.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I actually heard 2 of the guys for sure that voted yes were actually accused of sexually assaulting a woman. And so with that being said, how do you guys feel about the Supreme Court being the one that made that decision for you guys, really?
I think no uterus, no opinion. Like, it's literally men making a decision for a woman. And that woman who did it, like,
And
Your
it's-
mom's a hoe.
your mom's a hoe. You're like backstabbing us over
And
here.
it's like a lot of old ass people up
Yeah.
there.
And that is why the Supreme Court is a scam, because it's
Absolutely.
old people. You
Yeah.
old ass people have the right to sit here and tell these young people how to live their lives.
Exactly.
And it's a mess. And that's one of the things I think about the Supreme Court. I think it's a scam, to be honest. Like, who are you to be 80 years old telling me how to live my life?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I think is wrong with America and is the Supreme Court. I think they have way too much power. Like, what does the president do?
Nothing.
Right, literally.
You see what I'm saying? Like
the president can be like, let me do this, but they could veto him.
Yeah, you get overturned. So I also think presidency is a scam too, but we have to have somebody that's head of the household, I guess. But
right.
Well, checks and balances ain't working out anymore now.
So I do think like Supreme Court presidency, I think they're both scams. I know you guys are talking Roe versus Wade, but just to brighten up the mood a little bit, I do apologize to all the women out there. I hope better days come for you guys, for real. I apologize. I don't understand. I can't feel your pain, but it's a scary thing to know that something could happen to you and you're forced to do something that you don't want to do.